saw when I opened my eyes will haunt me forever. All of my sisters were levitating.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God! What is that?
What's going on, y'all? Y'all a little early to the party. Video starts in 3 minutes, but go ahead, stay exactly where you at. We got a little something to talk about before we start this video. Oh my gosh. You know, it's the middle of summer. I ain't really got nothing to do. We do, obviously, we have money games that we gotta play, but like, other than that, like, I want to start a little something because I like reacting to stuff. I'm a reactor, right? So technically, what I want to do is we gonna implement a little something this summer. It's probably gonna keep going throughout, like, you know, when I keep making videos, right? So I want to do something. Obviously, through the title you've already seen, FF stands for Fear Friday. All right, so I want to implement something. Every Friday we react to 3 scary videos, right, that I'm choosing. I picked out a good 3, I think, this Friday, but technically, obviously, you know, I don't think next Friday I'm gonna be able to get to it because I'm gonna be on vacation. Going to see my grandma and grandpa or whatever, right? This Friday, I got some bangers, so technically Fear Friday. It's actually like 1:40 a.m. right? But y'all see the bird PlayStation hoodie? Don't mind that right there, you know. But okay, so we have these 3 videos that we finna be watching today. All right, y'all ready, bro? I'm ready. Get y'all snacks, you know what I'm saying? I got some popcorn here, bro. Get y'all some Oreos, bro, and a Gatorade. The first video. Okay, this video is called 3 Conjuring Horror Stories Animated. And this is uploaded by Horror Shorts Party. Alright, let's get into it, bro. Y'all ready? First Fear Friday. This following story where... Oh, shoot. A real Conjuring incident.
I've been a nun for many years now. I live and work with all my sisters in the convent. We eat our meals together, work together, and even sleep in the same large room together. We pray as one as well when there are chores to do. They are always done in pairs. The only time we get time to ourselves is when we are tending to the private needs of our personal hygiene. And even then, a sister is never much farther away than the other side of the door. There is only one man who also lives in the church, our priest, Father Urban. Since there are currently no other priests or seminarians learning under him, he is often by himself. We are of course not permitted in his chamber, therefore we have little reason to disturb him while he is working. For years, our lives were simple, faithful, full of structure and grace, that all started to change one night, when seemingly all at once, every nun in the convent woke up from the same dream. I experienced it too. It was a nightmare from hell. The stone walls of the church turned ice cold. All the candles were blown out, and then at the end of a shadowy corridor loomed an ominous man. It was simply the hollow shape of a man draped in cloth, with the scariest face ever. During our discussion, one of the younger sisters dubbed him as the Cloth Man, but the rest of us quickly decided not to attach any title to the strange entity we all witnessed. We hoped that the incident would be a passing occurrence, but our hopes were unfortunately always spoiled. Each night, this Cloth Man would isolate a nun in her sleep and hold her in that same harrowing nightmare until morning, when she...
My question is, if you knew this, why aren't you leaving? It could be you.
She would find all over her body. No one heard any thrashing during the night, so it seemed unlikely that we were striking our bed frames in our sleep. Eventually...
Bro, why is this guy sounding like that? He sounds like... Bro, like, replay that.
So it seemed unlikely that we were striking our bed frames in our sleep. We were all revisited by this nightmare, and things even bigger to stir outside of our bed chamber. Unusual sounds echoed through the church during the day. They seemed to come from nowhere, merely an echo with no clear beginning. Before long, it became clear that we had no other option but to report these happenings to Father Urban. We had not wanted to concern him with what most likely was not a serious issue. But we were at a loss. The only solution our priest offered was to pray more specifically that these disturbances would end. We followed his advice, though it did not solve anything. Inside
why
the
does he sound so
convent, the
serious?
atmosphere was becoming quite uneasy.
Oh,
None of
no.
us in all of our years had ever experienced something so spiritually troubling, especially something that had no apparent cause.
Like, you better put that cross up.
No arguments
Hey.
or grievances had stirred. Everyone had been perfectly happy
I'm
and
on.
healthy.
I'm
It had
protect-
all manifested from
Hold
thin
up.
air. As the days went on, the nightmares continued. Then came the night I will never forget. I don't believe I was dreaming, but something suddenly ripped me out of my sleep. What I saw when I opened my eyes will haunt me forever. All of my sisters were levitating above
Yup.
their beds. I couldn't fathom what was happening. I shut my eyes and covered my face.
I am disgusted.
So you're gonna shut your eyes. Like, at least put the cross up.
Praying for my sisters to be saved, yet also wondering why I had not been affected. That's when I heard an ungodly voice calling to me.
Oh, whoa. We don't do that, devil. Nope. No, whoa.
Who's there?
Ugh.
Oh my god!
Oh, no. Oh, no. Her ankles are...
Oh my gosh! What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on?
This guy
I need a priest now!
What? Bro, what are
The
you
priest
talking about,
probably
man?
dead. You need... Oh, Jesus. It was the priest the whole time. Come on.
Help! Father Urban?
Are you don't know what that is on the floor? Yeah, like... She needed to die.
The source of our nightmares was revealed. Our priest had been practicing witchcraft inside the church. He had tormented us and possessed us with the demonic spirit. Forsaking his holy charge, I would not let his black magic churn any longer. I reported him immediately.
Oh, she got all alive?
The men of our village burned him at the stake.
Ooh.
We began the arduous work of exorcising the evil from the souls of my sisters.
Nice.
Sadly, the demonic spirit that Father
on,
Urban
lock
beckoned
in.
from hell still lingers. As the men who carried out his righteous execution now claim, they are experiencing the same disturbances we suffered in our convent.
Oof.
I pray with every breath that things will someday go back to normal, before Satan tarnished our lives. This story was inspired by the
I don't know about that one, Chief. That is absolutely insane. And why, like, I got a question. Why do they always have, like, when it comes with nuns, I thought nuns were supposed to be a holy. Like, why is nun, like, always considered with, like, horror? Alright, well, that was a great video. They still had that dude walking crazy, and she still didn't do nothing. She said, like, NBC. Bruh, the second video. Alright, y'all. Second video, man. This video is Mama Agnes? Agnes?
Oh, what is that?
Short horror film by Alexanderthetitan. Let's get into it, bro. Ooh, I'm scared. A classic female pose. All they be posted up like that in the bathroom. Every horror short. And why do I look orange? Stop! Stop the video! Matter of fact, in this community, we gonna name this camera orange camera, bro. Until I get a new camera, we using the orange camera. I swear, bro, this camera, like, I'm just light skinned, like, bro. Mama is calling. Wait, so let me go back real quick. Oh, she was FaceTiming the mom. Okay. FaceTime her again. She gotta pick up the second time. Come on. Classic. Sorry, I can't talk right now. Classic. Something in the house smells rotten. Okay. Oh, look how many controllers they done got. Whoa. And this big house is crazy though. Skull. Got a skull mug. Why is that kind of tough? I'm gonna put this down, bro. So I get jump scared. This joint finna go everywhere. Oh, ooh, that's scary. Ooh, that's scary.
Sweetie.
Oh no!
Early?
Nah.
I thought you weren't supposed to be back till next week.
Nah.
Oh.
Nah, that's scary. That's scary. I don't mess with
Is
that. I don't mess with
everything
that. I don't mess
okay?
with it. Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
Everything is fine.
That's scary. Hey, I think that's scary, bro. Look up. Don't look at your phone. Don't look at your phone. Oh no. Why are you looking down again? Oh no. No.
Hey, sweetie. How's it going? Sorry I missed your call.
Oh no.
Look like you seen a ghost, girl.
Oh, I seen
What's going
something.
on? Baby, what's going on, sweetie?
I'm sorry.
What's going on with you? Sweetie?
Oh, yeah. I would have flipped the camera in her face. Hey, that joint was scary. Got me looking around my room looking crazy. Bro, that joint was scary. Why is you looking down? I'm over here. I'm answering the call. You got peripheral.
Oh, baby, you can look down while answering the call. Like, you can look at your phone like this. Answer the call. I'm staring at y'all like...
Okay. 18 true scary horror stories animated competition. Obviously, we just gonna be watching one by a horror shorts party. I've seen these guys before, but I don't think I've seen some in here. So let's watch it. Let's get it. Oh, mega horror story. Bruh. That bitch finna be Catman. What the?
Back in 2014,
Ooh.
I experienced something I still can't explain. I was still living at home at the time as an only child. I didn't have many friends or any hobbies to speak of, so
Ooh.
I spent most of my free time surfing the internet, looking for anything that could hold my attention.
Dry desk, like bro, get some figures on your desk or something.
Weekends, I would wait for my parents to leave the house. Then, like most teenagers, I would use the alone time to browse through more devious content.
What?
On the night that this unexplainable thing happened, I was getting up to the same thing I always did. When I was finally home alone, I closed my door and drew my curtains, turned the lights off, and grabbed a box of tissues.
Are we watching a horror story? No. What are you grabbing some tissue for, my girl? What you about to do? And let me see some lotion on the other side. Let me see.
To the bathroom.
How dare you?
In case.
I am disgusted.
Oh, y'all good? I'm sorry, y'all. This man, I literally said, if he pull up with some lotion on the other side, like, bro, what are we watching right now, bro? We about to watch this man.
I got a runny nose while I was watching what I was finally able to watch now that nobody was
What?
watching. My parents said they would be
Oh,
home.
nah.
Though I knew
You
I
about
could
to
stay
get
at
the
it for
freak
as
show.
long as that meant that there were quite a few soiled and crumpled up tissues tossed into the bin. But after a couple hours, I was pretty much drained and bored just watching.
You were drunk. I know he don't pass NNN. Lock in, bro. Come
Stuff
on.
by myself
Lock
like I
in.
did every weekend, and I was starting to wish I had someone to talk to. Unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier, I didn't have very many friends, and certainly nobody that I could call close. The handful of people I could think
shoot, I mean, I'm glad for the people that didn't dap this man up in the hallway of school. He was like, hey, wanna be my friend? You looked at his hand, you seen a little thing.
Got to text. Never
I'm good.
read my messages. So rather than beg the people I sort of knew at the time to talk to me, I figured I'd have better luck with strangers. I had already known about Omegle for some time too, which I wasn't super comfortable with in the beginning, especially since they were all strangers. But it was better than tossing tissues all night. And I figured there was no way I'd ever see any of the people I met more than once, let alone run into them in person. So I gave it a shot. My initial experience on Omegle was getting flooded by a bunch of creepy. Skipped over all those guys. I felt like I was trudging through an endless ocean of them. But even when I found somebody who... It was only my first time on Omegle, but if it was supposed to be a place where you could talk to people, then that night was not a good night for it. All those weirdos seemed
Disgusting.
lose hope that I would ever find
heck
anybody
no.
of interest. I thought about calling it quits, but then I felt like giving it just a few more tries. That's when I encountered the most unusual thing I'd seen all night. Whoever or whatever they were, someone or something, they were creepier than any run-of-the-mill offender on Omegle. I was so petrified by the image in front of me that I couldn't even click away from it. I just kept staring at the screen, trying to figure out what in the world I was looking at. I couldn't tell if they were wearing some kind of mask or a bunch of weird makeup. They barely looked human, and if they were severely deranged. If I'd looked like a male figure with deathly pale skin, dark sunken-in eyes, and a strange scraggly haircut pose. Then, out of the blue, the man started meowing, like he thought he was some sort of cat man.
Why, bro?
It creeped me out,
Why?
but I was still suspecting that I was getting pranked
I'm finna get my dog. Bro, like,
now,
come on.
although I had no idea how any of this was
Like,
supposed to be
bro.
funny. Hello? What's up with you? Why don't you talk like
What?
a normal person? After I tried speaking to
Bro,
him,
what are you
my
talking about,
computer
man?
screen, that's when the Catman jumped from his
Oh, what the?
landing backwards on all fours like it was about to start spider walking in front of the camera like the possessed The Exorcist. It happened so fast that I flinched and fell
Bro.
out of my chair, but I continued to watch from the floor.
I'm breaking the monitor.
Awestruck, the Catman stared right into the camera, except his face was upside
Not
down,
doing anything.
which just added to
He
the
finna
uneasy
kid.
feeling that was building about this whole. Felt like any one of them could come true at any moment. I half expected him to crawl out through the screen and reap my soul. What the hell do you want? Why are you doing that? Do you think this is funny, sicko?
Bro, what are you
Didn't
talking about,
upsetting
man?
him
Come on, bro.
Because it was then that his head began to twitch as he slowly craned to the side until it was all the while shrieking
I know.
meow, opening his mouth wider, and it looked like he had inhumanly large set of jaws. What the hell is the matter with you?
Bruh.
Stop meowing at me! I was horrified by whatever was about to happen next, but then the glitching in the screen got worse and uncontrollable and eventually froze.
Yep.
I breathed a deep
Oh,
sigh of relief that the computer shut itself off. I was still dumbstruck in the darkness and sitting on the floor, so I have no idea how long I would have let that go on before I came to my senses and skipped that psycho. I eventually picked myself up and left my computer alone for the night, deciding to get some sleep and see if I couldn't forget the whole thing, or at least put some mental distance between me and it. It was difficult to get to sleep after being so shaken up, but I did get there after calming down for a little while. The next morning, things almost seemed alright. I could still vividly remember the strangeness of the Catman, his annoying meowing and corpse-like appearance, but other than that, everything seemed normal. That was, until I stood in front of the mirror before stepping into the shower and noticed the deep cat scratches all over my body.
That story was, it was interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. That was an interesting first Fear Friday. I'm gonna go ahead and rate. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. 7.5 out of 10. That was today. That was this week's Fear Friday. Obviously, I won't be here next week for Fear Friday. With all that being said, do not go on Omegle. Like the video, subscribe, love y'all boys, man. Peace. Hope y'all enjoyed it.